Today I'm going to break down Elige's 1 kill, 0.06 rating game against Gambit and show you that it's possible to have bad stats while not playing all that bad. But first I want to talk about our sponsor. NordVPN is a VPN that allows you to do many things that benefit you inside and outside of the game. When it comes to CS, a VPN can allow you to deal with routing issues easily. Personally, I used to have a problem with many servers in which I would have 150 plus ping to servers I typically should get 50 to 60. Using a VPN, I was able to easily resolve this problem. A VPN can also allow you to connect to the far superior European matchmaking servers so you can avoid the dreaded NAMM. Outside of the game, NordVPN is great to use to unlock different regions of Netflix or just in general to protect your data while in public. NordVPN has over 5,300 servers in 59 countries. You can find a server near you for better speed or in a faraway location for more content. They have 24/7 customer support, no data logging, and NordVPN has a 30-day free trial, which means it's completely risk-free to try, so head on over to nordvpn.com/vu. So with the intro, you saw the pistol round, and here on round 2 after the loss, they only have 5 Glocks in a single flashbang, and Elige is actually going to make a really nice play here, where he's going to try and draw some shots out of Shiro to waste his ammo, and he'll actually do 42 damage in the process, but with that flash from Hobbit, unfortunately he couldn't finish off the kill, and Shiro survives with 6 health. I'm going to keep a bit of a tally for how many kills Elige could have picked up if he hit a normal or easy shot, and the last round's a bit of a gray area where he only needed to land 1 more bullet, but he did do 40 damage, so we won't include that one. And into this round here, his team is going for long control, he's the lower tunnels lurk, and just a perfect jiggle there from Nafany. Elige really doesn't have much of a chance, and there's not much better he could have done, but unfortunately because of that, Nafany also pushes into tunnels and gets tunnels control back, which will matter later in the round. He's going to follow that up by simply holding some map control for a little while here. His team not trying to force anything. He'll throw that smoke towards Xbox, a little bit of pressure towards middle, and then they will end up making their way up long A later in the round. Now, when they finally do go out long, unfortunately they get delayed a little bit, so Elige's flash is a tad early before the smokes actually get thrown, and that means that Nitro gets picked initially, and it leaves Elige as the entry. Following that, Naf's flash is going to land just a tad shy of blinding Shiro, which means as he jumps up, he's got no real chance. This is only a 17 round game, which means we can take a look at most of the gun rounds here, and you're going to notice Elige goes in as the entry, first man in a lot of these rounds, which means his odds of getting a kill are of course going to be quite a bit lower. And on this one, he's going to be first out through double doors, spots out Nafany, and he probably should be getting that kill most days. It's not really a whiff, but I think usually Elige picks that up, so we'll add 1 to the tally before he heads on to Cat, and they do end up waiting around for quite a while here. Eventually, they will head back out mid-doors, and it's going to be his teammate that actually leads Shocks, and unfortunately, because Elige has a smoke out here, he can't get the trade. However, that might be more on Shocks for peeking ahead of the smoke than anything else, or it might just be a strategic decision, but what isn't his fault is when Hobbit full blinds Naf and kills Elige in the back. Now I'm going to quickly show some of this round because it does kind of give you an example of what this game might feel like for Elige, where he's going to get himself into a pretty nice position here on Catwalk, 4 players headed towards long, so he realistically should have a decent chance to get something done, but unfortunately for him, all 4 players on long get dealt with, so he has Shiro in the middle of the open from long, posted up on him on Cat, and he gets killed. 7 rounds in already, and Elige only really has 1 kill that he probably should have picked up, and no real other opportunities, so he's hoping, and maybe his team is as well, that they can get him a kill. They boost him up here, and, well, maybe they should be thinking about getting a lot of their players' kills, but regardless, Elige doesn't spot anyone on Cat. It's going to be a pretty slow round for him as they eventually take up towards Cat. They're going to try and drop him into CT spawn, and this is a very dangerous play. Again, he's the entry fragger in this situation, but it does actually work out. He makes his way into CT spawn, his team is going to be splitting towards the B bomb site here, and he's got a situation where he realistically could very well be getting a kill as long as his team puts pressure, but that flash is not normally. It's not. That flash is ridiculous. Into the very following gun round, we may see another one where Elige probably should have got a kill. Nafany goes towards Xbox, Elige jumps over, and I don't think Nafany had time to get away there, but Elige doesn't realize it. So Elige ends up moving past the angle, Nafany jumps up and gets the kill. Now, while I think the last one is probably more of a miscommunication, or maybe I'm just not realizing there was a chance for Nafany to get away there, this round is another situation, this time on a Tech 9, where his team is going for Cat this time, and he's in a great position to get some kills, but he gets hit with the Molotov, and then dinks Hobbit, but gets absolutely destroyed. Does damage count for kills? Surely, please? Now, we're 11 rounds in, and Elige has a scout, no kills, and maybe 2 kills he could have picked up if he was playing a little bit better. But we're going to see in this round, probably this is where it starts to get a little surreal. The nade right on top of him. He's in a good position here to probably pick up a kill, but not so much when Inters does that. And just as you thought things couldn't get any worse, 13 rounds in, Elige finally gets the glorious running D spam through a smoke kill to pick up his first frag of the match. And hey, Shox gets his first kill too. And at this point, Elige is thinking, things in lower aren't working. Maybe top mid will work out. Maybe that's where things are going to go well. They don't. He's got a flash from a teammate to blind Shiro. I don't think he realistically lands that kill very often, but this is where I think he does make a bit of a mistake there. He probably shouldn't be allowing Shiro to re-peek out and get that kill, as he didn't really have any support near him. Now, for the final round of the half and the second last round of the game, Elige still on 1 kill, and Shox on 3 this time with an MVP as well. They're going to try and go for a bit of a B play. However, a read from Gambit leads to that, which is just insult to injury at this point, but at least Elige doesn't take too much damage, and he will head on over to lower. If we skip a little ahead in the round, because Gambit does give them quite a bit of space, they're in a 5v4 as they try and exec A, and unfortunately this Molly not only gets a kill, but blocks Elige from trading and preventing Shiro from getting onto ramp, where he picks up a kill. I think he just misses the jump here, but I can't say for sure, so I can't blame him for swinging out, and Shiro just hits a couple of nice shots. Did I say second last round of the game? Because this is the actual second last round of the game. There were so few that I found it pretty hard to count, and Elige is going to do something you've probably seen many times before. Walk out long and instantly die, and then your teammate walks in and trades. Great. For the final round of the game, at the very least, we can say Elige isn't pressured to get his first kill of the game, as many players have feared before. However, he is going to be pressured to retake B with the scout against the buy, and it's not going to go well. For people saying this is the lowest rating ever, you're wrong, it's not. It's just dangerously close to it, like almost touching it, as it's 0.02 rating off. But realistically, there are many worse games from many players, perhaps Elige included, that have more kills and more rating than this, because realistically, he only had a chance to pick up 2, maybe 3 extra kills over these rounds. So what we have here is Elige's worst rating ever, where he didn't actually play all that bad. But you know what we do have here is a video that you should consider watching. Catch you next time.